Hey YouTube, today we're talking about these window louvers I bought for my 2015 Mustang. Now, I have no complaints from the company I bought them from. I got a great deal. Honestly, just on a hot day, this adhesive, it doesn't really hold up. It pulls off. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull those strips off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly remove and put tape around each corner where I have this, so I could just pull one off at a time and then go from there. And then as I am working on this stuff, I will make sure that all reinforced. Look, see, this is why you're going to want to replace this glue / adhesive tape, because look, on these kits, it just pulls off like that on a hot summer day. Not good. Still sticky, but this is not what you want to trust to hold down something on your window with no bolts at over 100 miles an hour. Now, what I bought to fix this was some of this Scotch Extremely Strong. They make it in a black or clear. It really doesn't matter which one you choose. I will give a link in the description below on where to buy this. But basically, I have heard some cool recommendations and from some other YouTubers. I might include the one video that I watched in the description below. And I just don't want to discredit anybody. I love this idea that someone came up with. I just want to share it, show that it's definitely probably going to be the fix for me. I already have everything laid out. It's just I didn't like how loose it was. It was 102 in the sun another day, 2 days ago, and basically it loosened up to the point where you could pull it up and it was flopping. So this definitely should be the fix. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'll put tape. I'll show you guys the trick of what I'll do so that you can keep the original spaces still. So I got my tape up right here, and I went around the edges, and we're going to slowly loosen it. See how this one's ready to pop off? This one's really stuck on there, so we're going to have to work on that. Remember, do not use too much force, and if you are going to use a heat gun, make sure you test it with your hand. You don't want to melt your paint around it, or if you have tint, you don't want to heat it up and loosen that. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece of adhesive, and then we're going to slightly scuff up the surface with some like 220 grit, use some icy profile, and stick on the new Scotch adhesive strip fastener. Alright guys, so I scuffed this up, and get your shears, and we're going to cut your fastener tape now. I'm working outside my shop like I usually do, and I'll just show you guys how you can achieve doing professional results at home, just like as if you were at a shop or paying your shop to do it. So guys, you're going to get your tape out, your adhesive, and roll out one of the rolls and stick the one side on the back after you clean it off. Alright guys, so you can pretty much use any solvent that you want, and just clean off that surface. Make sure there's no more grease or particles on there. No more fingerprints. Sorry, I had to lift it up with my hand. And I know I'm working on my trash can. It really doesn't matter where you're working or doing your stuff. I just trying to get this done real fast before the storm rolls through, and I'm using any table I can, or using anything as a table. Alright, hold on, let me pause this so I can pull this tape out. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to do is measure out how long you need it, and trim it with your shears or scissors, and then cut two pieces at the same exact length, and I'll show you what to do next after that. And one good trick is to take the piece that you cut already and line it up and just use that as your rubric to get a good match. Alright YouTube, so right now I am actually giving you a little insight on how the install went a little bit further on. Now this is a week after I made those videos I showed you in the beginning of this video. I just want to show you guys that it is starting to pop loose a little bit with the Velcro tabs. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to do to fix this problem, because the first time around I never applied silicone around the edges and I never used a 3M adhesive promoter. I did use isopropyl the first time around, but this is one of those things where you probably are going to need the silicone and get a clear type one, and that will actually work on keeping this down. And with those things situated, the Velcro is like one of the best things I decided to use on this, and I combined using the silicone like how they did the other methods once they used the normal just 3M tape. So with the combined methods, where I kind of made it my own a little bit, I did make sure that the tape would be able to pull up so that the silicone wouldn't compromise everything. And I've had it on for about 2 to 3 weeks already, and there's no more problems with it. And it's handling 104-degree heat, 80% humidity, rain, anything you can think of. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the permanent hold. So just make sure you buy the right type of silicone too. It will make your life so much easier. Alright guys, so here's my little trick. If you're not going to use heat, I'm not using any heat. So you get your interior panel, like screw remover tool, and put some electrical tape, a lot of it on there, so you don't scratch your glass. And you're going to just pry it up a little bit in each corner and work it around and just pull it up, and then that way it will be able to pop up without any heat, and it won't affect any of the surface around it. See, nice and easy. Got it right underneath there. Lift it up slowly so you don't scratch the glass, and ignore anything like this. This is just dirt and dust. See, not a scratch, but gotta just clean my car still. See, gone. No scratches underneath either. Alright guys, and I have an aerosol version of adhesion promoter, and I'm spraying it on the back side of the new tape. So you just cut it out. Like I said, this is what I'm using, and I'll link you guys to the profile of the guy who recommended this online. Thanks again. This is for you guys having problems with this method too. There's nothing wrong with what he did. I just live in a really hot area, so to be honest, it's really hard to keep tape on. So for this time, like I said, I'm putting a whole bunch of adhesion promoter, and I'm taking even more steps and cleaning it even more. And I've never had a problem with double-sided tape before, but I think the old tape was old, and then this got water beneath it, and I guess it just didn't fully cure whatever happened. And I'm gonna actually put a bead of silicone around it this time, and that will stop any water from going in, and then I'll still be able to remove it anytime I want with the hook and latch system. Alright guys, so what I'm doing for my louvers now is I'm using this dashing glass cleaner first, and then I use isopropyl alcohol. I wipe it down, then I put on this adhesion promoter on little sponges, let it tack up, and I just press this one on. We're gonna go over to our glass. Now, people like to use almost any type of cleaner, so to be honest, this is perfect for what we're doing. So what I'm gonna do is prep this like that. What we're gonna do is grab the back side of the tape. Alright, I took mine out of the fridge, and I know you're gonna be like, fridge? Well, I already had it open, and if you want to stop things from curing fast, throw it in the fridge, and then slightly line it up again, and press it for 30 seconds. Alright guys, so what you're going to want to do is test the fitment before we do our silicone around the edges of the brackets, so that we know everything's going to line up and we don't have to mess with the silicone once it dries. Alright guys, so what I did was I went around with my silicone adhesive, and it goes on white and it will dry clear in the next 10 to 14 days. It's by GE. It's like their top of their line system that they have. So I will scrub everything clean in a few hours. But it's pretty much almost cured, so once it's done, I will put the louver back on. But right now, I'm letting everything dry. Alright guys, so this is what it came out like, and I painted all of the nuts and washers. The light blue that goes in the front of the car, and I use as accenting. Really looks like the old school GT. So guys, subscribe and like if you like this stuff, and let's hope this stuff holds this time. This is the probably the second time I'm doing it, but this time I used the 3M prep surface stuff, and then I used silicone too. So I think that this will work, and I use that hook and latch system. I will put his channel below in my description, and he's the one that came up with the hook and latch idea. I just did this silicone. I don't know if he did that too, but yeah guys, this is just a process I use. Nobody has a wrong process. And go check his channel out, and again guys, have a good day. A lot of chaos is going on out there. Remember to love your neighbors, love your friends, and of course love your partner, whether it's a girlfriend or boyfriend. I love my girlfriend dearly, and remember to spread some joy out there. There's a lot of chaos going on, so if you guys like positive stuff like this, or just watching some professional stuff go on at your house that you can do at your own house, subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you guys how to get the professional results that you get in